Hi guys, welcome back to the Vanity. Today what we're going to talk about is some of the new items from CoverGirl. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to put on a little bit of the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Primer. It's just supposed to extend the wear of your makeup. So let's put that on and then we'll go in with some of their new products. So I only picked up a few of them. I know that they came out with some brow products as well, which actually the brow pencil looked really promising. And then they had, I believe, a brow gel and some other brow products, but I didn't pick up any of that. I probably will when I'm out of my current brow stuff, but right now I don't need to. So then they had two shades of the CoverGirl Vitalist Go Glow Luminizing Lotion. It has vitamin E, B3, and B5, and it's just supposed to provide a little bit of a glow to the skin, but it also acts as like a lightweight moisturizer, and you're just supposed to shake it before you use it. The one thing that I did notice about this, it does have just a little bit of an odd smell. I think it's similar to the Vitalist Elixir foundation, the scent. It doesn't linger, but it's a little bit odd. It does give a little bit of a glow, but not much. Like, I wouldn't call this an illuminator really. It's definitely more of like a natural type of glow, just like a moisturized type of sheen. You can see it just, and a lot of that is because it's because it's wet. A lot of that is just the shine from it being wet. So when it sets, I don't even think you're going to see that much glow. I have been using it under, yeah, it has a slight pearlescent to it, but nothing like super detectable. It's not leaving any glitter on the skin whatsoever. It is just giving just like a nice little sheen to the skin. I feel like it's okay. I don't use it under any dewy foundations because it's just going to make them not really last very long. So I do have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I did a full review on this. I will link it if you guys are interested. But seeing that I have this, I'm going to go ahead and put it on. The problem is though, is it is a little bit light for my skin right now. So we're going to try and make it work. But just so you guys know, when I put it on, it's definitely not going to be the right color right now. I'm just kind of in between. I picked up this Sonia Kashuk foundation brush, so that's what I'm going to put it on with. And we're just going to buff that in. And this was my go-to foundation for quite a long time. Like, as you can see, the bottle is starting to get a little wear and tear in there. Not wear and tear, but some use. And I bought these when they were buy one, get one half off at Walgreens. So if you are interested in picking up any of the new designed stuff and the new products, definitely look out for one of those sales. They also had like a coupon that you could clip to your rewards card for Walgreens, so be on the lookout for that. Then I also picked up their Vitalist Healthy Concealer. The color that I got mine in, I don't know if it says on here anymore. Might have just said on the original packaging. Yeah, this doesn't even tell me the color anymore. I think it's their lightest one that they had. I don't know how many they have in the line. I will look it up and I'll leave it on the screen here for you guys. But so far my experience with this is I had to click it up, you know, like turn the bottom for quite a long time before any of the product actually came out of the top. So when I first got it, that little like pusher that's in there was like way below the black, and now it's like all the way up to here, and I've only used it a few times, so that's kind of a bummer. I don't think that it just seems like there's not a lot of product in there, but maybe there really is. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Tell you my thoughts here as I'm putting it on. This seems to be like a really yellow based concealer for me, and I feel like it's a lightweight concealer that does a pretty good job at brightening, but not a good job at covering. So this is definitely for me only an under eye concealer. It doesn't always blend out the best with a brush. I'm not sure why. I am going to blend it out that way today and then pat it in with my finger. That's the way that I've found that it works the best. I'm just going to go ahead and use this same foundation brush and just tap it in, and then I'll blend it out with my finger. Just to, I don't know, if I don't do this step, it looks like separated and weird. I feel like if you have anything to cover dark circles or deep pigmentation on the eyelids or the underneath of your eye or any acne, this is not going to be the concealer for you. It's okay, but it's not my favorite concealer. It doesn't conceal quite as much as I would like. I feel like it definitely does a good job at brightening, but concealing, no. Like, I'll have to use something else for my acne because it just doesn't have the coverage. So I am just going to put my e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer on my acne spots and then tap those in. Then I am going to set my eyes with their CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. I got my color in 710 Classic Ivory. Again, this has the vitamins in it, the vitamins E, B3, and B5, so goes right along with that. I actually really think that their new packaging is really pretty. Like, it's just real simple, and a little update on the CoverGirl stuff. They kind of been, I don't know, they've been not on my radar in a long time. I feel like growing up, that's what I used. Like, you went to the store, you got your CoverGirl powder, and you were good to go. Like, that was like my first makeup stuff. Came in like the little green or brown colored compact, depending on what powder you got. And I totally used the little spongy thing that came in there, which is so gross. But the little puff. Okay, and I did pick up one of their Vitalist Healthy Glow highlighters. They come in a little pot like this. They kind of remind me of like a cream shadow. And I've kind of had mixed thoughts about this because it kind of can look a little bit chunky, but not at the same time. Like, looking at that in the viewfinder, it looks very pretty, but looking at it up close, like, I can almost see the glitter chunks. And they're not really like chunky, but I can almost see the glitter. So I don't know. I've been on the fence about it. And see, as you like pick it up, I don't know if you can really see that clearly. It is almost kind of chunky that way too. So I'm just going to work it in my fingers first, so it's kind of like blended in. And then I like to tap it on, because that way I don't have to try and blend that out on my skin. I do feel like it sets fairly quickly. So, you know, just be aware that it almost goes like cream to powder. But I feel like as far as highlighters go, like, as you can see, it gives just a nice sheen to the skin. But if you work it too much, it's going to disrupt your foundation. Yeah, like, I feel like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but right here, it's definitely breaking up my foundation. And it just looks a little bit chunky. Like, it's not smooth like a powder highlighter would be, or like some of my nicer cream highlighters. I feel like the consistency of it dries just a little bit too fast to allow it to really look super nice on the skin. I don't know. I feel like you could use this as a eyeshadow base, but as a highlighter for me, it's not something that I'm going to keep grabbing for. And I do think they have a couple of colors in this. I've seen a few people review it, and I think the reviews are all personal preference, obviously, like anything with makeup, but I know like Tati raved about this on Glam Life Guru, and I don't see it. I've tried putting it on with the Beauty Blender as well, and I still feel like it gives sort of that chunky, like almost like scaly, cakey look on my skin. I'm not really happy with it. I like the glow that it gives, but up close, I don't like the way that it looks. But I am happy to see that CoverGirl is like stepping up their game and offering some of these newer type of products that everyone wants. This one's not a hit. I may still pull it out from time to time to see how it works with other foundations and stuff, but so far it's not my favorite with the way that it looks up close on my skin. Okay, so then let's set the rest of the face. This just feels a little bit tacky yet here. Now, as far as the powder goes, it's an alright powder. It feels really soft and silky, but not like powdery, if that makes sense. And it does a good job at just like blurring out the skin. It doesn't look super powdery or anything like that on me, so I actually really like this. I can't use it with a lot of my dewier foundations because it's not a matte foundation at all. I think it's supposed to give you more of like a healthy type of look, so it's not going to pull up a lot of the moisture and stuff. So if you need a powder to extend the life of a dewy foundation, this is not going to be it, but it is a nice powder. So I'm going to put my brows on and my eye makeup on because I don't actually have any CoverGirl eyeshadows, so I'm going to have to check out the the aisles or check out the shelves and pick out some CoverGirl stuff because I don't have any of their brow products. I tried their brow powder that came in like the little triangle thing, and it had like a sponge applicator, which I liked at first, but then as I continued to use it, the little chunks of powder would like fall off and get all over my face. So the ease of the application did not outweigh the fact that I was getting very dark powder being, you know, the fallout onto my face. But anyway, I'm rambling. I don't have a blush from them. I don't have a bronzer from them, and I don't have any eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and put my brows and eye makeup on and all that stuff, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. I did finish up my eyes using the Bad Habit Retro Love palette. I just got a bunch of these recently. I am going to kind of work with them and then do a review on all of them. But if you're interested in more pictures of this look, please check out Instagram because that's generally where I post more up close and personal pictures. And but anyway, so I did finish off the look with the, let me grab it, the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara. Now, we all know this is not a new product, but I absolutely love this mascara. I just wanted to throw that out there. So my final thoughts on the things that I've tried from their new rebranded line. I like the powder. I think out of all the products that I tried, this is probably the best one. The concealer, I would say pass on, especially if you want something with a little bit more coverage. This just didn't do it for me. It does feel hydrating and a little bit brightening, but it doesn't give like a really smooth application that I generally get from a lot of my concealers. So this one I have to work with just a little bit more, and it's not worth the effort basically because my other ones function a lot better, go on a lot easier and a lot smoother, and I don't have to work with it as much. So this one I would say is definitely a pass. As far as their Go Glow Glowing Moisturizer, it's okay. If you guys want to try it out, I would say go for it. Pick out the color of the two that would work best for you if you don't have anything like that. But don't expect it to give you a really glowing base for any makeup. Like, it's definitely not like the L'Oreal Lumi. It's not like the Day Glow or Day Dew by Pixie. It's not going to give you that really pearlescent vibe. It's like a little bit less pearly or illuminizing than the Backlight Priming Filter by Becca. The consistency is a little bit lighter as well as far as how thick it is. But it does much the same, I think, as that. It's just kind of giving you a diffused glow as opposed to like a blinding highlighty glow. So this one I would say is the second on my list for the things that I tried out. So far, the item that I don't like really at all, and I would say is at the bottom, is this highlighter. After I sat down, I sprayed a beauty blender and kind of blended it out a little bit better. And it looks good, but I feel like it's just almost too dry of a formula. It sets too quickly for me, and I have to put in too much effort to really make it work. So I don't know. As far as cream highlighting products, this is definitely not my favorite. But that concludes this video, guys. If you guys are looking at any of this, I know they came out with more brow products. They came out with a setting spray, I do believe, and they came out with some new like lip glosses and things like that, and lip toppers. So definitely check out the new range that CoverGirl came out with, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!